recreating some fall outfits, living and shopping in New York City, some fabulous fashion finds, and this month's monthly report. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Kura, and I believe that when you feel good, you look good. So on this channel, I show you how to take fashion and use it as a tool to help you look and feel your best. So as we know, leather is a fall staple. And because it is kind of quote unquote trending right now, it is so easy to find. Right? Because it is a fall staple, it's something that we can wear every fall. But because it is trending, it is more in the forefront of fashion right now, particularly leather jackets, it is more readily available. And that's really what people mean when we start talking about trending, right? I kind of joked in previous videos when I said that brown and suede and burgundy and the other things that are trending aren't necessarily trends, but they are in the sense that they are more on the forefront of fashion and that they were on the runways, right? So they are more easily available than they were in previous years. That's all that means when I say this trending. So because this is trending, it is everywhere. And what's so special to me about leather in particular is that it can be worn so many different ways, by so many different people with such different styles. And I believe that the three ladies here have really illustrated that fact. Whether it's a full leather suit, I love what she did here, paired with the red lip, like black and a red lip is just chef's kiss, right? I love the iteration with the biker leather vest as opposed to a jacket with the leather shorts, the long leather shorts and the open toe boots. That is definitely cool, girl. And for somebody who has a very particular style, absolutely love it. And then the way that I would probably wear it, very casually with a long leather jacket, some jeans, and like some ponytail flats or whatever type of shoe you like, right? The great thing about leather is that it can be molded and styled and used in different ways that everyone with any style can 100% wear this. So again, because it is a very quote-unquote trendy thing right now, it's everywhere. Something like this from Quince that I'm actually wearing, I have it in brown, but it also comes in black, is a great option if you're looking to recreate the leather suit look. They also have an option at J. Crew that goes to a size 24. This is not real leather, but it is a leather-like, I think they called it leather-like material. It gives you a similar vibe. And if you are in need of extended sizes, R.E.P.O.R.T also has an option. In fact, they have the blazer and they have some pants. Quince has a fabulous option for a longer leather coat to pair with jeans. It's a fabulous price. Like I said, if it's the same quality as this one, I highly recommend it. And again, it can be found at any price point. Bergdorf's, The Outnet, Mango, all have great options for beautiful leather and full leather pieces. If you love this look the best, this leather vest from Harley Davidson would work so well in recreating this outfit. And then look at these shoes from Steve Madden. Very similar vibe. I mean, this whole thing can be recreated extremely easily. I even have shown you some good options for leather shorts in previous videos. I've had one from Urban Revival, which is not real leather, but what you really can do, and I've made this suggestion before, that you can go to your local thrift store. They usually have, in my local thrift store, some fabulous leather options, particularly for vests and coats. Wearing green and red together, you might think will give you a very Christmassy vibe, but I really feel like if you do it in the correct way, like these three ladies have done, it can be so sleek, so chic, and if done really correctly, it could be so epic. So yes, green and red are most certainly Christmas colors, but they are what we call complementary colors. If you've been with me for a while and you watch my color theory video, you already know this, but essentially they are a cross from each other in the color wheel. So they go together, even though they do give Christmas. I haven't talked about Grace in a while, so I feel like I get a pass. But if you notice, she has on green and red, and then also brought in burgundy and a little bit of blue. She played with patterns. The blue is a stripe. She played with textures. The skirt, I believe, is a vinyl or leather or some type of material. And I love that she's wearing color. One thing I love about Grace is that she's gonna look cool and she's definitely gonna wear some color. The one with the baggy leather pants and the white shirt and the red clutch is probably my favorite out of the three. Admittedly, this is not fall appropriate for where I live, right? This could easily be paired with a blazer or some type of jacket to make it more fall appropriate. But the fact that she has on green leather pants is my favorite. I love the shape of them. You might not be able to see so closely, but I even love that she paired it with a gold pair of mules. I love everything about this. This one's definitely my favorite. And this tells me that she is not scared of pattern, color, or even pattern mixing. If you notice, her bag is neither green nor red. It is a Louis Vuitton bag, which some people think go with everything and some people don't, and that's entirely up to you. But I do like that she is playing with the color, and I love that she is playing with the dimensions, right? She definitely could have gotten a black bag or a red bag or a green bag, but just bringing something different into it does make it a little more interesting, whether you like the outfit or not. We're not talking about if you like it. We are trying to dissect what makes an outfit interesting. So keep that in mind. So let's start with my favorite. If we're looking for some green pants, first of all, I can't find these exact green pants, and it's kind of making me upset because I would buy them instantly, but there are some options. These from Revolve work, even though I prefer them to be baggy just to get this look. These from Massimo Dutti are getting a little closer. And these from Anthropologie could definitely work. Again, not as cool as what she's wearing, but definitely could give a similar vibe. This red clutch from Banana Republic would work. Also, this red one from Mansur Gavriel. I have this exact purse. No, I have the bigger version of this purse, but I can attest to its quality. It's a great quality bag. I have this bag in black, red, and gold. It's a fabulous bag. She has on some statement earrings like these from Heaven Mayhem, or these. I love these, and I keep saying I'm going to buy them, but I haven't bought them yet. Very minimal jewelry, but a bold lip and just beautiful. This is definitely my favorite out of the three. Some of the best and my favorite fashion people are masters at layering, and I feel like there's an art to it where you can either look really cool and funky or very clean and sleek and very Ralph Lauren, right? I really feel that there's a method to obtaining each look, and it really depends on what's in your closet. Of course, I could show you what each thing is and kind of break it down. However, I do feel like it makes more sense to critique or to go through what's already in your closet and layer from there, if this is something that you like. I will, however, say that it is 100% possible that you have all of these things in your closet already. It might be different colors, it might be shapes that are different, there might be different patterns, but you can 100% achieve this look. My personal favorite out of the three is this one, and I'm a big fan. I've talked a lot about Atlantic Pacific blog. I've been following her for so many years. She usually does so well with color, and she does very, very well with layering. If you notice, her jeans aren't baggy, they're sleek, straight leg, maybe skinny, I don't know, I'm not here to fight. Her blazer is fitted and it's not oversized. The turtleneck probably sits very close to her body, and the coat is probably a little bit oversized so that it could fit everything that she has on underneath it. If you need any part of this look, of course I have options for you. Something like this from J. Crew can work because it does sit closer to the body as opposed to the oversized blazers that we see and have. Perhaps some jeans like this from Good American that are not baggy and a little straighter and maybe skinny. Like I said, I'm not here to fight, but could also work to recreate this look. I've actually showed you this coat before in a fabulous find, but this from the Outnet would work absolutely perfectly to recreate this look. Now, she has on Gucci loafers and Gucci socks, and of course you don't have to do that. In fact, I know the trend has changed a bit where we're not really doing so many logos. I feel like this looks fine, but of course you could do any regular pair of loafers, something like this from J. Crew, something like this from G.Ace Bass, or you could wear your Gucci loafers, obviously, if you have those. And if you want the full look, you could definitely go to some place like Etsy and get a bag that's similar to this, or just go to Longchamp. Have you guys seen this travel bag from Longchamp? It is so chic. Or the Louis Vuitton travel bag, right? Any big travel bag just to have the whole entire look. Are you a person that often layers, especially now when it's cold in the morning and then hot in the afternoon and then cold again? Layering really is an asset to this fall transitional weather. I am admittedly one of those basic people who love fall, okay? I'm not too much into the pumpkin spice, I'm not gonna lie, but I've told you many times that I really enjoy the coziness of the cooler months. And I really love how the leaves change and how relaxing it can be. So this week I was dying to see some fall foliage, and instead of going back to the woods and getting attacked by snakes like I did in this video, so dramatic, we just went to the Bronx to the botanical gardens. Hey girl, hey. So one of the things that I love that I don't talk about often is like the history of clothes, not just the 40s, the 50s, the 60s and on. I love to see what people used to wear hundreds of years ago. It's all very interesting. Historical fashion is something that I find very intriguing. So with that being said, I came all the way up here, uptown from Brooklyn, to the New York Historical Society. Has an exhibit that shows 200 years of clothing that women wore, and I think that that's going to be very interesting. So I brought you guys up here. I hope it's interesting. It's interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to you, but we shall see. So apparently this is a work dress. Can you guys imagine having to wear a dress to like do work around the house? That's crazy to me. But this is a work dress that was most likely given to a widow because the print is what they're calling a mourning print. This looks so uncomfortable. I can't believe that this is what they had to wear walking around all day. absolutely beautiful. This is all sterling silver. Gorgeous. Imagine having all of this. Oh my gosh. Well, that was very interesting. If you have a chance, I would definitely go see it. It's not just, like I said or showed you, it's not just what women wore over the past 200 years. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. If you're not new here, you know that I like to learn new things. So I learned a lot. I couldn't really talk a lot because it was very noisy in there. There were a lot of classes and children in schools there. So they were loud and hard to talk over. And now I came up to Columbus Circle. I am in Central Park right now just because I need to sit down for a second. And it's an unbelievably warm day. And I don't know how many of these we have left. In fact, it still shouldn't be warm right now. It's the end of October, but we're here. I'm going to sit outside just for a bit and then go into the store because I want to look for something in J.Crew. Should we be concerned that the weather is this nice in October? I remember the end of October around Halloween, and Halloween's a few days. It would be so cold. And now I'm sitting outside and it said 70 degrees. The other day it was almost 80 degrees. Shouldn't we be concerned about this? I also have put away all of my summer and spring things. So what I'm wearing is absolutely ridiculous right now. My jeans are way too long. They need to be hemmed. And this jacket I wore about 20 to 30 pounds ago, so it's also extremely big. But this is all I have in my closet right now that I'll be able to wear in this weather. I feel like we should be concerned. So do I go get my things out of storage or do I just like continue not having anything to wear? I know, guys, this is bad, but I'm gonna sit out here and get up in like 5 minutes, then we're gonna go shopping. This is what I came to see. Christopher John Rogers and J.Crew had a collab, so I wanted to see if there was anything I could see in store. And right next to it is this golden barn jacket. Wow. Of course, leopard, leopard, more leopard. I really don't need another bucket bag, is why I didn't get this, but man, had I seen this first, I would have gotten this beautiful brown color. A cute way to add a little sparkle during the holiday season. Hey girl, hey. So my husband just ran into one of our favorite coffee places to get some chai. A chai latte, probably one of my favorites I've had in the city. And then we are on our way to the Bronx. I want to go to the Botanical Gardens. It's supposed to be really pretty with the leaf changing. And last time, and we were in the quote unquote woods. I want to be able to enjoy the changing of the leaves and not have to worry about snakes. So we're going to do a little bit of fall foliage sighting while still being in the city. So we're going up to the Bronx. It does not feel like fall at all. It's in the 70s right now. 2 days ago, it was in the 50s. I wanted to have a nice fall day, but it's turning into a nice spring day. I'm gonna ask the age-old question because we're seeing pumpkins all over the place, and Thanksgiving in America is in a few short weeks. Are we going pumpkin pie or are we going sweet potato pie? That is the question. Sis, have I got some fabulous finds for you? Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's getting close to the holidays. Everything doesn't have to be for us. Consider some of these things maybe gifts for us, but gifts for the people in your life. Somebody even suggested some Black Friday sales deals. Some of these things could be on sale. Listen, we have to really think about how to properly get everything we need while it is in stock. I cannot wait to Black Friday, and I will definitely give you some updates. But anyway, here is this week's fabulous fashion finds for you or maybe a friend. So every so often, Cause comes out with these beautiful clutches. They had a leather tassel one that I am beating myself up for not buying a few months back or a few weeks back. But now they have this gorgeous sequin clutch. Now, what I feel like is different about this is that it's brown. Also do have a silver, but how often are you able to find a beautiful sequin brown clutch? I bought it. I'm going to show it to you. I have a little haul. I did buy it, but this is what I mean when I say that things are trending, right? You can always find a silver clutch. You always find a gold, sequin clutch, but it's a little harder to find a brown sequin clutch. And because brown is a trending color right now, it's easy to find in stores. So I love the idea of a brown sequin clutch. Like I said, I bought it and I will show it to you later. Cause is so good for having clutches. If you're a clutch girl, they have some beautiful ones. And then I saw this beautiful fur from someplace called Penny Lane. And I gasped because one, I love a fluffy fur coat. If you're not new here, you know that. And two, I don't have a brown fur coat. I love it paired with this burgundy, two of the colors that are quote unquote trending. Brown and burgundy together. I know some people hate it, but I love them both. Burgundy, in my opinion, is a pseudo-neutral and brown is definitely a neutral. Why can't you wear them together? And then I saw this from Anthropology, and I don't know if we're going to be able to wear fur this year. Last year, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I did wear my faux fur coats, but I didn't necessarily need to. It has not been extremely cold in New York City in so long. It's been cold, right? It's been, as New Yorkers would say, it's been semi-brick. It's been semi-brick, but not like as cold as it used to be when I was a child. It didn't even snow last year for real. So yeah, this is cute, but do I need it? Will it snow? Ugh, I don't even know. As you could tell, I'm pretty salty about the weather that we're having. I like seasons and I'm not getting my seasons. And then I found this bag again from Cause. If you love the Coach bag, which everyone does, I think it's a beautiful bag, but you want to save a little money, this one from Cause will do the trick. It's very similar. Now, it still is a few $100s. It's just not as expensive as the Coach. It is leather. It comes in brown suede and it comes in the black leather. There's even a red option, but if you're looking for a bucket bag that you know is going to be a little cheaper than the Coach, here is a fabulous option. Everyone needs a bucket bag this season, right? And then what I went to J.Crew to see was the Christopher John Rogers and J.Crew collab. Admittedly, I am not a person who wears a ton of color, especially in the way that Christopher John Rogers designs. But if you are, these pieces are a good option. They are expensive, J.Crew expensive, but not Christopher John Rogers expensive, if that makes sense. All three of these, first of all, we know are going to be decent quality because they're J.Crew. But if I didn't know that there was a collab, I wouldn't think anything of it. I would think this is straight from his collection, aside from J.Crew. Now this barn jacket I did see in stores if you watch the vlog part of this video. However, it didn't look as gold in the video as it does in real life. For the right person, this could be lovely. It is a lot for me. And I think it is because I'm not a lover or a big lover of the barn jacket. I do love gold, like how they styled the gold vest with the jeans. That could work for me. It's a little bit of glamour, but not too over the top, which is funny because I do like a little over the top. I think the style of this paired with the gold is a hard pill for me to swallow right now. I have to keep seeing it, maybe ingest it differently, but I don't think I would buy it right off the bat. But I do think it's really cool. I definitely see somebody working with this and making it look spectacular. This also Christopher and John Rogers for J.Crew. This works for me. Right? I love that it's tailored. I love that it's satin. I love that it is a three-piece. It's a pair of pants. It's a vest and it's a blazer. Totally up my alley. I love a straight line. I love simplicity. This is me and I love it. I'm not even a big cargo pants person, but I would wear it like this. I would wear this whole thing. And then also J.Crew, Christopher John Rogers. This whole sequin number, spectacular. Again, I personally love the way it looks separated. So the blazer with a nice dark wash pair of jeans, or vice versa, the pants with like an oversized white button up, that really works. All together, it's fabulous, but you have to have a certain je ne sais quoi and a certain attitude to wear it all together. This is definitely something that I would wear, but personally, I love a suit, and I've told you guys that and said that many times. This coat is from Banana Republic, and I think it's so good. I really love light colored coats in the fall and the winter. In New York in particular, everyone has on a black coat, and you kind of stand out when you have a pink coat or a white coat or just something different. And I feel like this is a fabulous option. I love the way it's shaped, so you can layer underneath it. There's a lot of room in there. You can wear your sweater and a turtleneck and a blazer if you have to. And it's Banana Republic, so it's most likely decent quality. I love this as an option. And then I saw these boots at Madewell. I am more of a pointy toe ankle boot girl, but something about these are really cool to me. It's giving early 2000s Lorelai Gilmore. I've been watching the Gilmore Girls again lately. So it's giving Lorelai Gilmore with like a black leather jacket and some bootcut jeans, right? So Lorelai Gilmore. So maybe that's why I'm really loving it. But if you are a person that loves something a little more chunky and not as delicate, but more on the cool side, I think these are a fabulous option. So here is this week's fashion finds. I'm literally just sitting around waiting for it to get cold so I can wear some of these. And of course, I will show you what I bought. Like I said, I got that purse. I'm going to show you in one of November's videos. So at the end of last week's video, I really touched upon the fact that in November, some things will be changing. I will be showing you some of my outfits. I will be bringing like different aspects into the videos. But the one thing that will definitely not be going anywhere, as I love it, is the monthly report. So here is this month's monthly report. So not only was this week the Hanifa pop-up that I completely missed because, you know, work, blah, blah, blah. It was also the R.E.P.O.R.T sample sale. And what in the world? You guys, there were people waiting in line for the R.E.P.O.R.T sample sale for 15 to 18 hours. I'm genuinely confused. So this article, I read a whole bunch this month, but I wanted to talk about this article in particular because it's relevant right now because of the sample sale. This article of the New York Times kind of talks to some people in line and really tries to figure out what is so special about the R.E.P.O.R.T and why it has had such success with the ridiculous prices. The consensus was that their fabrics are better, even though they look like something you could get from the Gap or Uniqlo. A lot of folks were saying that it is for a certain sect of people, it is a very cool girl brand for young New Yorkers, which is very interesting to me because you have to really know what the R.E.P.O.R.T is. You have to be really familiar with the brand because a lot of their clothing, in my opinion, is not distinct, right? It's very unrecognizable unless you know. I would love to know what your thoughts are about the R.E.P.O.R.T. What is the big deal? How has it gained so much notoriety? Now, don't get me wrong now. If y'all want to get me something from the R.E.P.O.R.T, I'm going to take it. Do not get me wrong. But there's no way I'm standing in line for upwards of 15 hours to buy some of the things that some of these people bought. How does a brand garner so much hype and recognition for clothing that is nondescript? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that it's bad quality. In fact, I heard it was fantastic quality for some of the things. I've also heard they had some issues with some of their shoes breaking. But how did they do it? I would love to know your thoughts. I've been eating vegetables, more vegetables, unprocessed food for the most part, beans, trying to cook better, and just unlearn some of the habits that I learned cooking over the years. I don't want to say completely unlearned. I still want to know how to make the food that I grew up with. I grew up with a lot of Caribbean food, a lot of African American food, and those things are a part of me. So I want to always know how to make those foods, right? But I also need to know how to have heart healthy and hearty meals that are really good for me, that also are really delicious. I have been trying to look on TikTok and YouTube and Pinterest just to find ways to make full meals of vegetables and protein in different ways, not just frying them up or throwing them in the air fryer or putting some sauce on them. And these two ladies I actually have on TikTok, I've gotten a few recipes from. So breakfast at Tiffany's is to the spring and summer, as mahogany is to the fall and winter. I am really trying to get in the fall spirit. And what I have watched this month that I have loved is Diana Ross in Mahogany. It's just glamorous. It's old school. I love an older movie. I told you guys before I watched Funny Face for the first time with Audrey Hepburn and I loved it. Mahogany is just as lovely. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. And then if you are not new here, you know that I love Samara Joy. Samara Joy is a young she might be 24 maybe. She's a young 20-something-year-old from the Bronx that has the most beautiful voice and has a few jazz albums that really just pull you in. Even if you're not a jazz lover, you can appreciate her voice. So sorry for the dirty blush, but I have been trying to find the perfect blush because my Armani blush was discontinued. And some lovely person suggested that I try this blush from Fenty. And the one, I don't remember if this is the one that you told me, but I found Rose Latte and another one I cannot find right now. But Rose Latte has really worked well for me. Now, while it is not exactly the same, it works just as well. I have been mixing it with this Westman Atelier blush to make it a little closer to the Giorgio Armani one, but it's been fabulous. Thank you for the recommendation. I've been obsessed. I didn't know what I was going to do because Armani was my favorite blush. I am recommending this podcast called The Cutting Room Floor. I am late because this has been going on for a while, but this one has really held my attention. She interviewed some of the most interesting people in the fashion world, and I am sat down and ready to listen at every podcast. I've even gone as far back as 2018, and recently the one I listened to on the train was with Beth Ann Hardison. You've heard me talk about Beth Ann Hardison before. She's like a powerhouse in the fashion industry for diversity, equity, and inclusion. She has a documentary. Go check out that documentary. But I was sat down and just all ears. Now, while I didn't agree with everything, it's just great to have a little insight and a peek into the fashion industry that I don't usually have. If you have not listened to the Cutting Room Floor podcast, go ahead and take a listen. You will absolutely love it. Now, this is a little annoying, I'm sorry, and a little bit of a tease, but I've been treating myself to all types of things. I've been shopping. I have a very empty closet for several reasons, and I needed things to wear. I told you guys earlier on that I was wearing some long jeans that needed to be tailored, a blazer that was way too big, and I looked ridiculous, and I cannot go on this way. So I have been shopping. There will be a haul next month. I told you in November there will be some changes, and one of the changes are you will see me start to build a wardrobe that I love and cherish. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's what I've been treating myself, and you will see later. I thoroughly appreciate all the suggestions that you gave to this channel to see what else we could add into the lineup. So I've written all those down, and I cannot wait to show you what I have in store. Have the leaves fully changed where you are yet? Are you looking for them and like excited about it? I cannot wait to Thanksgiving. We have like a couple of weeks. It's next month, right? Are you getting ready for Black Friday? Are you shopping for yourself, or are you just shopping, girl? And are there any podcasts that you can suggest to me since I'm on this podcast kick right now? Anyway, you guys, another Sunday, another video complete. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in my next video.